So what we hear this election being about, like there is no clear narrative right now. Like in 2016, it was about keeping old, anxious, worried, pessimistic, prejudiced white people under control. That's what 2016 was all about. That's why Donald Trump won in 2016. And partially, this is going to be a reason why we're not going to see a colored president win the election. We're going to see a white woman win this election. It's because you can't have more white people committing suicides if you put another black person in the White House. So that's why you have to wait another 10, 12 years before you put another colored person in the White House. It's because these old white people are thinking this country is being less white or whatnot, and it has them worried to hell. So what Donald Trump was all about this election was social control of this older retiring baby boomer generation. And that's why it's going to be your fake progressive Elizabeth Warren. What is she going to do? If she's not going to put together a single payer plan, she's just going to build off of a Obamacare that already benefits insurance companies. So if you're wanting to build off of Obamacare, then that's not really proposing a truly single payer system where the profit equation is out of the system entirely. That's the fraud, number one. Number two, she's talking about all this stuff we're going to do domestically, but she won't talk about any foreign affairs. So in other words, the military industrial complex is bound to stay under control for these next 8 years. And we're going to see a big war that's going to happen because of what has happened under this presidency. But all of that major action is going to unfold once he is out of the White House in 2021, because, he's not out of the White House in 2020. He's out of the White House in 2021 when the inauguration is when he finally leaves the office. But already Elizabeth Warren has proposed to cancel student loan debt for everyone in this country. So what is that going to do? Who is behind it? Big banks are behind it. Because with student loan debts, you got the money from the banks in the first place. The banks are looking to collect interest from it. They're looking to make money. That's why they're called investing opportunities, investing activities. And so when people can't pay them back, then the banks are not collecting the money that they initially loaned out. They're not collecting the interest that's been accrued. So in other words, they're losing money out of some people. And it's the big Citibank, Goldman Sachs bankers that are going to be behind this taxpayer bailout of the bankers who loan money to these people seeking higher education to move up the economic ladder in the first place. That is who is ultimately behind this. And this is why it is fugazi, is that it's all fraud. It's because the banks are going to benefit from this in the first place. Taxpayer money is going to be used to pay back these bankers and for them to collect their profits. All these big fat cat Wall Street bankers. And you know what the worst thing is going to do? Is that the cycle is going to repeat itself. It's going to repeat itself again because they're still going to loan money out to people looking to go to college. You're looking to make everyone under the grasp of bankers, looking to make them debt slaves. That's what driving down wages is. That's what all these people telling everyone that you have to go to college. You have to go to college. You have to go to college. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to buy a home. See this? It's all about making greedy fat cats wealthier. That's what it's all about. It's bankers that control your foreign policy. They are behind propping up of the housing bubbles and then the student loan bubble. Because the bankers are still going to get wealthy off of it. And we're not doing anything about getting people to pursue trades that we really need out there. These electricians out there, these carpenters or whatnot. You can make really good money doing that. You don't have to get yourself in all this debt. You don't have to go to college out there. if we get people proposing these trades out there, aggregate demand for college is going to go down. It's going to go down. We're not going to fix it. When we cancel everyone's debt out there, we're not going to fix what the hell got us there in the first place. That's what this fraud is all about. It's all about continuing the cycle like they're doing with the economy today and with the next economic crash that they are going to wager around the end of 2019. Most likely now it's going to happen after the holidays. We're looking at 2020. We're looking right before the end of the presidency. Donald Trump is when this crash is going to happen. Canceling student loan debts has nothing to do with canceling out your debt. It's all about allowing the bankers to collect that money that they're still waiting for, and they're banging on your door for, hey, where is it? Where is it? You're not going to fix that damn problem. You see, that's the fucking problem with this, is that all these candidates turn out to be frauds, and they turn out to be fake progressives out there. The only real person running for president, Bernie Sanders, is going to get screwed over by the very establishment out there. It will be so obvious out there that they want nothing to do with Bernie if he's not going to be Warren's running mate. You know, it's all a big, giant, fat fraud. You know, Bernie is the real deal if he's not going to be vice president of the United States. If Bernie Sanders were a member of the top 1%, guess what? It wouldn't matter anyways. They would have allowed him to win 2016. He would easily win 2016. If you were a show of the top 1%, then they would have let him win the election. And the reason why he got screwed out of the DNC, it's because he was beating Trump by 9 to 10%. It's because he is the only independent candidate out there. Canceling student loan debt, what Elizabeth Warren has said about that already, she's not going to be Clinton Light like Booker and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and all these frauds. So let me tell you, media is going to put a narrative that Warren is progressive here, but much of the status quo is here to stay the same. The student loan debt slave cycle is going to continue itself. The bankers are getting wealthy from another taxpayer bailout. We're not going to encourage people to pursue the trades, and so we can bring down the cost of college. And if you're better suited for the trades, then you're better off, and you're not in all this debt. And it's all a goddamn fugazi, as my Uncle Fugazi says so. And that is what's happening with this student loan cancellation stuff that you're hearing about right now. When we scale forward to 2020 and the announcement of all the people in Warren's cabinet, who are we looking at for the economic and the Treasury Department head or the Commerce Secretary? We are looking at Citibank people and Goldman people that were part of Obama's cabinet. And these are the kind of people that we are looking at ahead that are ultimately going to be behind this proposed student loan bailout. It is about making bankers fatter and more wealthier, and we're not fucking serious about the people because we are going to let the cycle run again like we are with the next housing bubble. It is all a fraud, and your country is ruled by bankers. They are ruled by Wall Street. They are ruled by international banking cartels. They're the biggest gangsters and the biggest murderers out there on planet. What can they sacrificing tonight? Yeah, we want more power. Power, power. What goes on in all these bankers, all these get-togethers, and all their fellow international wealthy fat cats? They love money and they love power. They love exuding power. More and more of that bling out there. They cannot have enough. We need more. Those are the people that are behind the student loans cancellation. Those people are behind Donald Trump's presidency and propping up the Russians. It's all fraud and it's all fugazi. Where the hell did I actually have the video here? I'm done. Where the fuck is... Generally, I have the link here to end the stream here. That is so fucking weird. Here, I'm done here. Okay, it's at the bottom of my screen. But by the way, here, until next time, just fuck all the shit going on, and we are not under control. The media here is already. Oh, you're a side sympathizer and all that. Oh, you're Tulsi Gabbard. And you know who Tulsi Gabbard endorsed? Tulsi Gabbard endorsed Bernie Sanders. So there you go. You are willingly retarded out there if you think Bernie's a member of the top 1%.